Hello traders, today's video is going to be on Gate.io. As you can see, this is the first time I've ever talked about this exchange. I haven't talked to anyone at Gate.io, so this isn't me promoting them. It's just me giving my honest take. This is so far a pretty cool site. I've spent, I think, like the last 3 hours just looking around at all the nooks and crannies on the site. And yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing today. Additionally, my Delta Neutral course is going to be linked in the description below. That recently has been getting a lot more questions, a lot more people viewing it. And if you're curious about that, then you can just private message me on Discord, and we can go from there. I can tell you more about Delta Neutral. All right, traders, let's dive into Gate.io.io. Okay, a lot of IOs there. All right, this exchange has got a lot going on, so let's just dive right into some of their features. So what I'm going to do today is there's really two ways you can use this. One is you can just use this information for whatever you want if you go to this website. The other one is to actually trade on it. I personally have not made any trades on Gate.io yet. I just want to put that out there. I also haven't talked to any staff members either. So trust-wise, I don't fully know them, so I'm going to be skeptical at first, but that doesn't mean we can't use their information. And that also doesn't mean that down the line we can't trade on this. So let's go to Spot. Yeah, so one of the first really cool features I think that they have, I don't know much about this, but it immediately attracted me to this site. Long and short trend. It says it's the user's opinion of current market trend based on loan statistics in a leverage trading market. And this actually goes perfectly in line with what I talked about before in a previous video about cryptocurrency loans and about how bullish or bearish really that how bullish or bearish people were based on loaning data. I thought that was pretty cool. So that's one. Margin trading is another. Derivative, I have so much to explain here. I'm going to try to do this in 2 or 3 minutes, but there's a lot going on. Perpetual contract is just exactly the same thing as what's on really every single derivatives cryptocurrency exchange out there. Delivery contract, it has a funding rate. Delivery contract is just an expiring futures contract. That's all. Short-term options is something I would not recommend. Not on this site. I looked at it for a little bit. It seems like the spreads, the bid-ask spread on these short-term options are really bad. So I think you're probably gonna be losing money in the long run if you try to do that. Avoid that for sure. But one thing I do want to show you guys that I think a lot of you will be attracted to is the 5 ETFs. This is something that other exchanges have, but not this leveraged. So this gives you 5 times leverage in a spot market. What that means is that you can't be liquidated. If you buy this token, this coin, then you cannot be liquidated. You can't lose all your money. But there are some not so good things about these. There's the good and the bad, and there's a lot of good, but then there's also a lot of bad. The bad news is, let's say that it was January 29th, you see a big dip, and you're like, oh my gosh, these contracts are so cheap. And you think that XRP is about to fall apart, so you want to buy 5 times short tokens. You buy it here at let's say 0.35 for $1,000. Your $1,000 is now essentially gone because it's a 99.99% loss. So, I mean, you could squeak out 3 pennies if you want. But yeah, that's kind of what happens here. The good news about this is if we go to very, very short term, one thing that I'm a little bit confused about with these contracts is I don't think that they rebase, meaning that they resettle constantly, which means if the min tick is 0.0001, then wouldn't it just be a really good strategy just to buy at 0.0002 every single time? I mean, I might be wrong here, but can't you actually almost not lose if you do that? Because if it goes to a best bid, or it says buy one, of 0.001, and the best offer means sell one, is at 0.002, I mean, how can you lose? There is a management fee that you're charged every day of 0.1%, but I don't think 0.1% is going to be much of an issue if you, buy something at 2 and sell to 4 for a double. I don't think it's going to be much of an issue if you have to pay a 0.1% fee per day. That's really not going to be much compared to an 100% gain, which is 1,000 times that. Yeah, 1,000 times that. So theoretically, if you do this within 1,000 days, the contract doubles within 1,000 days, you'd make money. Yeah, so these are something that I don't know a lot about yet, but it does seem pretty cool. And if they're that inefficient, where like their min tick size doesn't go down, then I mean, why not buy them at like 2 at 0.002? But I could be wrong, and that's not financial advice, so don't sue me, please. Callable contracts. I wouldn't say I know a lot about this either. I basically spent like my whole morning looking all over the site, but there's so much going on that I couldn't cover every single thing. But what this provides you to do is call warrants, put warrants, and then also contracts. Where would it describe it? Contracts that, yeah, it doesn't say here. Contracts that I think are like barrier contracts, where if a certain price is reached, then the contract settles. You either bet on that barrier being hit, or you bet on that barrier not being hit. I'm pretty sure that this one is if Ethereum 21st of February touches 1992, then this contract settles. So I think that if you buy this callable contract, then you buy this here at like whatever this is, and it hits that level by the 21st of January, then you make a lot, I guess. I don't really know though. But this does seem, it's actually not, This is really weird. Why does it say Ethereum 21st of February? But the maturity date, the settlement date is 2/25. That makes no sense at all. That really, is that a typo, or is there like another part of the contract I'm not understanding? Because they shouldn't be making a mistake like that. I mean, sorry, Gate.io, but like, come on. If people buy something that says Ethereum 21, but it's actually like 2/25, and you like short this contract and you're like, oh, it expired, I made money, and it's like the 22nd of February, and then the contract just kills you because there were actually another 3 days on the maturity date, like that'd be unfortunate. All right, I'm gonna stop being a downer Dan and move on from that. But yeah, I would say that these contracts, the callable bull bear contracts and their warrants, their ETFs, their perpetuals, their futures, there's just so many things that they offer that I think that so many people, if this is a trustworthy exchange, can take advantage of. Additionally, the answer is yes. U.S. traders can trade on here, but I know a lot of the U.S. people are like, oh my gosh, finally I can get like this perpetual assets and trade like options and trade callable contract. No, you can't. You can only trade spot. So basically, if you're a United States trader, you can just only trade spot and nothing else, which makes it probably not worth it. But technically, they do allow U.S. traders. Another thing that I want to show you guys, this doesn't really interest me that much. I mean, I looked at it. It didn't really look too different from other exchanges. Nothing really like crazy. Is they give way too much information about their traders. Like, good for us, but way too much information. I mean, like, they're telling me, you go to Leaderboard, you can see exactly the market that people are using, that the people who make like 110K are using. This guy was using the five times long leverage spot contract that we were just talking about before, that you can't be liquidated on it, but if price goes against you, it can kind of just devalue to nothing, essentially. Spot grid trading. So what spot grid trading is setting up a bunch of bids and a bunch of offers, and then when the market's very volatile, it will hit many of those bids and offers, making you money. So if I put bids 2% lower than my offers, I can make it 2% if both hit, right? If my bids hit, then my offer hits, and yeah. Reason you want to do this typically on spot is that you can't get liquidated. Doing this on perpetuals is probably not a good idea, because what's going to happen is if you say, like, let's say you use 20 times leverage on every trade and you do this kind of grid system, any trend or wick liquidated. Even on like 5 times leverage, you're gonna get screwed. Probably. I know I'm gonna get some hate in the comments with people saying, no, I do it and I'm alive. And they're gonna get liquidated the day after. So yeah, speaking of that, future grids. So a few people have survived, I guess. This person both of them have made about $20,000. MACD strategy, I just don't know why they're giving so much of this away. It's just kind of strange. Okay. We can also see who's made the most money through trading BTC perpetuals. Who's made the most money trading USDT perpetuals. Who's made the most money just trading spot. Yeah, Susanna's crushing it. Susanna made like what, 2 mil? Huh. Good on you, Susanna. Marsha, Susanna, Jody, all making like 1.6 to 2 mil, you know, put me to shame here. So smart quant, let's actually look at one of these people. So let's look here. You can see again, like I don't know why they're giving us this much detail on what this person's doing, because you can just copy this basically, or trade against and take advantage of him if you so desire. So spot grid trading, it says here about 63% is spot grid trading, future grids 14, and then MACD has been losing him money. I'm not surprised. It's MACD. It's not the best indicator. And this person somehow made $74,000 in one day through grid trading. See this? No, 76,000. Like 76, 77,000 in one day on 210 to 211. I don't know what happened that day, but okay. What's that like diamond thing? So BTC perpetual contract, spot, past 30 days, spot, yeah, so this looks like it's been pretty variable. All over the place, really. So I will say that, you know, this doesn't give you everything that this person does, but you can even copy traders, I mean, if you want. And I don't know what the reasoning, I mean, I don't know what you have to pay or if it's like completely free, but if you see people that are doing this and you just want to like test on a small account to see if copy trading works, and I mean, oh, sorry about that, then you could totally like copy that. I'm trying to go to, they don't have lifetime. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, you can copy trade anyone. And I mean, like, if you're like, oh, this guy doing this strategy is really good, you could try to copy trade them. And I don't know how far away this goes, but you could try to do the classic. What I like to do is to trade against bad traders, but it doesn't really look like they have like a non-leaderboard, really. Yeah. Quant trading days. Huh. Just so much to learn on this website, seriously. So Jared, have we looked at this person yet? Oh yeah, we know Jared. We've seen them before. Constantine. Okay. Just a clean graph. What's your strategy? Spot grid trading. What market? Well, it's not on this one, clearly. They don't trade. Is it just on spot? Yeah, it's probably just on spot, right? Yeah. Oh, just a casual 37% in one day just doing grid trading. I mean, wow, okay. Yeah, if anything, this video is like an advertisement for grid trading. I personally wouldn't want to do it. I just, it's just not a strategy that I think is like great. I mean, it works, but it's just not, I don't think it has enough edge. But definitely if you're going to do it, definitely do it in the spot market and don't try to do it in the perpetual or futures market. I think trying to grid trade in, you know, like anything over like 3 times leverage is just going to like be suicide, unfortunately. I think that I covered like the majority of what I wanted to talk about. There are other parts of this that are pretty cool as well. But I just don't think I have like time to talk about every single aspect of this website. There's just so much you can, oh, I have to like, okay. There's just so much that you can kind of just get from this site, even if you don't even trade on it. You know, you can see 30 minutes, how many people have been selling, how many people have been buying, and stuff. And they also, they offer a lot of different markets. All right, I'm going to switch the page for the 97th time right here. So market-wise, like, there's a lot going on here. Yeah. But to be honest, if I was going to use this exchange, which I probably will, I'd probably look for to trade potentially really cheap 5 ETFs, the ones that have been really devalued. That's pretty risky, but I mean, if I'm not wrong, then the ones that are just so like stupidly short, oh, did I just find one? Okay. Watch everyone after this video buy this one. Oh God. Okay, so this is an example of what I'm talking about. Like, I just don't understand. Why can't you buy at 0.002 if the min tick, because then price can't go below 0.001. They also allow you to just grid trade like this. Professional, look at that. Oh, nope, no, go back. Oh, actually, what's this? Look at that. That easy. It just does it for you. Yeah. And this is how all those people make like those like 9,000%, I guess. So you just click grid trading and it just like trades it for you quantitatively. That's really cool, actually. Oh, no, I want to go back to where were we again? We were in, oh my God, did I completely forget? We were in markets. Oh yeah, 5 ETF, I got you. And then we went to, I got distracted, but we went to a contract, oh, dot, that's been like really devalued. Where, yeah, price. Okay. Yeah. 0.0002. I just don't understand why. Huh. Yeah. Okay. So, hmm. Global markets. You can see like other. Wow. You can see like other markets as well. It's like analysis paralysis with this side, and that's why this video is gonna be like 5 days long. Backward adjusted, none. Forward adjusted, none. Weird. So how much did this one devalue? That's the oh, geez. Like okay, I'm really sorry for anyone who bought this at like a price of 1, because just wow. So basically, what's going to happen with this is 5x leverage to the short side. If you buy this contract right now, you want dot to fall, and you want dot to like really, really fall. Please do not do what I'm about to tell you guys, but I'm going to just ramble off one strategy you could potentially do. I mean, I don't know if that'll work though. A few ideas I had would be like one way. The first idea I had for how to play this is pretty stupid, but if you were to just buy the .5s and then buy the .5L, meaning you buy the 5x leverage long and you buy the 5x leverage short because you think that the 5x leverage short is going to increase a lot more because of the tick size. I know that might seem a little bit confusing, but because of the tick size, this thing's going to go up like 50% or 100%. I don't love that idea though, or maybe another thing you could do. Oh, wait, couldn't you just buy dot at spot? You buy dot at spot. Like, let's say we have $10,000, right? We buy. Oh wait, my math is wrong. We have $12,000. Okay, we just gained another 2. So we have $12,000, and we use $10,000 to buy dot at spot, right? And then we take that $2,000 and then we buy this contract that's leveraged 5 times. So then we can maintain a delta hedge in this silly ETF market, where essentially I'm long $10,000 of $10,000 worth of dot exposure long, and then $10,000 worth of short exposure with dot because of this contract. I don't think that's like brilliant by any means. It's pretty obvious and it's probably not going to work, but it is an idea. You buy this thing at like 2, you buy dot, with similar exposure. You pay the management fee of 0.1% every day that you have to pay with these contracts, and then you just pray. I mean, I don't know. Or you could just buy this contract because you think that it can't actually physically go any lower, which is kind of silly. And then just, you sell it like 5 or you sell it like 6. Please do your research on this one because I'm interested in this, as you can probably tell. That's why I'm rambling on it. But do your research, please, on this. So much you can do on Gate.io. Again, I don't represent them. I've never even talked to them. I barely even know them. Like they're strangers to me at this point. And in the future, hopefully they won't be. There's a lot you can do here. I think that with copy trading, grid trading, spot only though, and then also these weird 5 ETFs, and then also different kinds of hedges that you can do, there's a lot of potential here. And if you want to learn more about hedges, about maintaining delta hedges and delta neutral and earning money no matter where price goes, you can click the link in my description to get the delta neutral course. And then a lot more of these thought processes will probably make sense. And you'll also have strategies to use that will make you income every day. So with that, happy trading, and I'll see you guys in the next one.